Why Buddhists are seeking refuge. In the modern world, where uncertainty and challenges abound, many individuals are seeking solace and guidance through spiritual paths. Among these, Buddhism has gained significant attention for its profound teachings and practical approach to finding inner peace and purpose. Central to the Buddhist journey is the concept of seeking refuge in the three jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, teachings, and the Sangha, community. This practice is not only a declaration of faith, but also a transformative process that helps individuals navigate the complexities of life. This exploration delves into why Buddhists seek refuge and the profound impact it has on their spiritual and everyday lives. The concept of seeking refuge in Buddhism is both profound and foundational, serving as the entry point into the spiritual path for many practitioners. It is a deeply transformative practice that signifies a commitment to the Buddhist way of life and an acknowledgement of the guidance provided by the Buddha, the teachings, and the community. At its core, seeking refuge involves taking sanctuary in the three jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. This act is not merely a ritualistic declaration, but a heartfelt commitment to follow the path laid out by the Buddha, to study and apply his teachings, and to seek support and fellowship within the community of practitioners. Understanding the depth and significance of this practice requires delving into its historical origins, its symbolic meanings, and its practical applications in the lives of Buddhists today. Historically, the practice of seeking refuge can be traced back to the time of the Buddha himself. As individuals came to recognize the enlightenment and wisdom of Siddhartha Gautama, they expressed their faith and trust by formally declaring their refuge in him and his teachings. This practice was codified into a formal ritual that has been preserved and transmitted through various Buddhist traditions over the centuries. The ritual of seeking refuge typically involves reciting a formula that expresses one's commitment to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. This formula is often recited in Pali, Sanskrit, or the vernacular language of the practitioner, and it serves as a powerful affirmation of one's spiritual intentions. The first jewel, the Buddha, represents the enlightened teacher who has attained perfect wisdom and compassion. Taking refuge in the Buddha means recognizing and honoring the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, as well as the potential for enlightenment that exists within all beings. It is a commitment to follow the example set by the Buddha, striving to cultivate qualities such as mindfulness, ethical conduct, and insight. Symbolically, the Buddha represents the ideal of enlightenment and serves as an inspiration for practitioners to pursue their own spiritual development. The second jewel, the Dharma, encompasses the teachings of the Buddha, which provide the roadmap for overcoming suffering and achieving liberation. These teachings include the Four Noble Truths, which diagnose the nature of suffering and prescribe a path to its cessation, and the Eightfold Path, which outlines the practical steps for ethical living, mental cultivation, and wisdom. Taking refuge in the Dharma signifies a dedication to studying and practicing these teachings. It involves a deep commitment to understanding the nature of reality, developing compassion and wisdom, and integrating the principles of the Dharma into every aspect of one's life. Practically, this might involve regular meditation practice, ethical living, and continuous learning through reading scriptures, attending teachings, and engaging in discussions with fellow practitioners. The third jewel, the Sangha, refers to the community of practitioners who support and inspire each other on the spiritual path. This community includes both the monastic Sangha, consisting of monks and nuns who have dedicated their lives to full-time practice, and the lay Sangha, which includes all lay practitioners who integrate Buddhist principles into their daily lives. Taking refuge in the Sangha means recognizing the importance of communal support and guidance. It involves actively participating in a community, whether through attending meditation groups, engaging in service projects, or simply sharing experiences and insights with fellow practitioners. The Sangha provides a source of encouragement, wisdom, and accountability, helping individuals to stay committed to their practice and to overcome obstacles along the way. Symbolically, the act of taking refuge represents a shift in one's life orientation. It signifies a turning away from the distractions and delusions of ordinary existence and a turning toward the path of awakening. It is a declaration of one's intention to seek liberation from suffering and to help others do the same. This symbolic turning is often marked by a formal ceremony where individuals recite the refuge formula in the presence of a teacher or a community, making a public commitment to their spiritual path. This ceremony can be a deeply moving and transformative experience, as it signifies a profound change in one's priorities and values. The practice of seeking refuge also has practical implications for daily life. It serves as a constant reminder of one's commitment to the path and provides a source of strength and inspiration in the face of difficulties. For many practitioners, the refuge formula becomes a daily recitation, helping to reinforce their intentions and to keep their practice at the forefront of their minds. It can also serve as a source of comfort and reassurance, reminding them that they are not alone on their journey and that they have the support of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. In different Buddhist traditions, the practice of seeking refuge may have additional layers of meaning and different expressions. In the Theravada tradition, for example, the focus may be on the historical Buddha and the early teachings preserved in the Pali Canon. In the Mahayana tradition, the concept of refuge may be expanded to include not only the historical Buddha, but also the ideal of the Bodhisattva, who vows to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. In the Vajrayana tradition, taking refuge may involve elaborate rituals and visualizations, reflecting the rich symbolic and mystical elements of this path. Despite these differences, the core meaning of seeking refuge remains the same across all traditions. It is a commitment to follow the path of awakening and to seek guidance and support from the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Ultimately, seeking refuge is both a beginning and an ongoing process. It marks the start of one's formal commitment to the Buddhist path, but it is also a practice that deepens and evolves over time. As practitioners continue on their journey, their understanding of the three jewels may deepen, and their commitment may grow stronger. Taking refuge becomes a source of continual renewal and inspiration, helping them to stay true to their intentions and to navigate the challenges of life with wisdom and compassion. Seeking refuge in Buddhism is a profound and multifaceted practice that involves a heartfelt commitment to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. It has deep historical roots, rich symbolic meanings, and practical applications in the lives of practitioners. By taking refuge, individuals align themselves with the path of awakening, seeking guidance and support from the three jewels as they strive to cultivate mindfulness, ethical conduct, and wisdom. This practice serves as a foundation for their spiritual journey, providing both inspiration and practical support as they work to overcome suffering and to help others do the same. The role of the Buddha in the practice of seeking refuge is central and profound, offering both a historical figure to venerate and a symbol of ultimate potential within every individual. Understanding the significance of the Buddha requires delving into his life story, his teachings, and the inspirational example he provides for all who follow the Buddhist path. Siddhartha Gautama, who became known as the Buddha, was born around 563 BCE in what is now modern-day Nepal. Born into a royal family, Siddhartha lived a life of luxury shielded from the harsh realities of the world outside the palace. However, a series of encounters with suffering, a sick person, an old person, a dead person, and an ascetic, profoundly impacted him and ignited his quest for understanding the nature of human existence and suffering. At the age of 29, Siddhartha renounced his princely life and embarked on a spiritual quest. He spent years practicing severe asceticism, seeking enlightenment through extreme self-denial. However, he eventually realized that such practices were not leading him to the truth he sought. This insight led him to adopt the middle way, a path of moderation between extreme asceticism and sensual indulgence. The pivotal moment in Siddhartha's journey came when he sat under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, vowing not to rise until he had attained enlightenment. After a night of deep meditation and profound inner struggle, he achieved complete and perfect enlightenment, becoming the Buddha, the awakened one. This enlightenment revealed to him the nature of suffering and the path to its cessation, which he articulated in the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. The Buddha's enlightenment marked the beginning of his teaching career, during which he traveled extensively across northern India, sharing his insights and establishing the foundations of what would become Buddhism. His teachings, known as the Dharma, encompass a vast body of knowledge aimed at liberating beings from suffering and guiding them toward enlightenment. Taking refuge in the Buddha means more than revering him as a historical figure. It signifies recognizing him as a timeless embodiment of enlightenment. For practitioners, the Buddha represents the ultimate potential inherent within every sentient being, the potential to awaken to the true nature of reality and to transcend suffering. This recognition instills hope and inspiration, reminding practitioners that enlightenment is attainable. Symbolically, the Buddha serves as a guide and a role model. His life exemplifies the qualities of wisdom, compassion, and moral integrity that are central to the Buddhist path. By taking refuge in the Buddha, practitioners commit to cultivating these qualities in their own lives. They look to his example for guidance on how to navigate challenges, make ethical decisions, and develop a compassionate heart. Practically, taking refuge in the Buddha involves engaging with his teachings and embodying his example. This engagement can take many forms, such as studying Buddhist scriptures, attending teachings, and reflecting on the Buddha's life and qualities. Meditation practices often include visualizations of the Buddha, which help to internalize his qualities and integrate them into one's own being. Reciting mantras and prayers dedicated to the Buddha can also reinforce one's connection to him and deepen one's commitment to the path. Stories of individuals inspired by the Buddha highlight the transformative power of taking refuge in him. One famous example is the story of Angulimala, a notorious bandit who had killed many people. When Angulimala encountered the Buddha, he was so moved by the Buddha's fearlessness and compassion that he renounced his violent ways and became one of his devoted disciples. Angulimala's transformation illustrates the profound impact that the Buddha's presence and teachings can have on even the most troubled individuals. Another inspiring story is that of King Ashoka, who ruled India in the 3rd century BCE. Initially a ruthless conqueror, Ashoka underwent a profound change of heart after encountering the teachings of the Buddha. He embraced Buddhism, renounced violence, and dedicated his reign to promoting peace, compassion, and the welfare of his subjects. Ashoka's transformation demonstrates the potential for the Buddha's teachings to influence not only individual lives, but entire societies. The symbolic meaning of taking refuge in the Buddha extends beyond personal transformation. It also signifies a commitment to helping others. The Buddha's compassion and dedication to alleviating the suffering of all beings serve as a powerful reminder of the altruistic dimension of the Buddhist path. Practitioners who take refuge in the Buddha aspire to cultivate this same compassion and to contribute to the well-being of others in their own ways. In modern times, the example of the Buddha continues to inspire countless individuals across diverse cultures and backgrounds. People from all walks of life find solace and guidance in his teachings, using them to navigate personal challenges and to foster a sense of purpose and meaning. The Buddha's emphasis on mindfulness, ethical conduct, and wisdom resonates deeply in a world that often seems fragmented and tumultuous. Mindfulness, one of the core teachings of the Buddha, has gained widespread recognition for its benefits in reducing stress, enhancing well-being, and fostering a deeper connection to the present moment. Many practitioners take refuge in the Buddha by incorporating mindfulness practices into their daily lives, whether through formal meditation sessions or through mindful awareness in everyday activities. This practice helps to ground them in the present moment and to cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity. Ethical conduct, another key aspect of the Buddha's teachings, provides a framework for living a life that is in harmony with oneself and others. The Buddha's teachings on morality emphasize the importance of non-harming, honesty, and respect for all beings. By taking refuge in the Buddha, practitioners commit to upholding these ethical principles, which guide their interactions and decisions. This commitment fosters a sense of integrity and trust, both within oneself and in one's relationships with others. Wisdom, the third pillar of the Buddha's teachings, involves developing a deep understanding of the nature of reality and the causes of suffering. The Buddha's insights into impermanence, interdependence, and the nature of the self challenge practitioners to question their assumptions and to seek a deeper truth. Taking refuge in the Buddha means dedicating oneself to the pursuit of this wisdom through study, reflection, and meditation. This pursuit leads to a profound shift in perspective, enabling practitioners to see beyond the surface of things and to connect with a deeper sense of meaning and purpose. The role of the Buddha in seeking refuge is thus multifaceted, encompassing historical reverence, symbolic inspiration, and practical guidance. By taking refuge in the Buddha, practitioners align themselves with the qualities he embodies and commit to a path of inner transformation and compassionate action. This commitment provides a source of strength and inspiration, helping them to navigate the challenges of life and to contribute to the well-being of others. The Buddha's timeless example continues to illuminate the path for all who seek refuge in him, offering a beacon of hope and a guiding light on the journey toward enlightenment. The Dharma, or the teachings of the Buddha, is the second jewel in which Buddhists seek refuge. These teachings provide a comprehensive framework for understanding the nature of reality, the causes of suffering, and the path to liberation. Central to the Dharma are the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, which form the foundation of Buddhist philosophy and practice. The Dharma is not only a set of doctrines but also a practical guide for living a life of wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental cultivation. The Four Noble Truths are the essence of the Buddha's teachings and offer a clear and concise explanation of the human condition. The first noble truth states that suffering, or dukkha, is an inherent part of existence. This suffering can take many forms, including physical pain, emotional distress, and the inherent dissatisfaction that arises from the impermanent nature of life. By acknowledging the pervasive presence of suffering, practitioners begin to understand the need for a path to liberation. The second noble truth identifies the cause of suffering as craving, or tanha. This craving manifests as a desire for sensual pleasures, material possessions, and even continued existence. It is driven by ignorance of the true nature of reality and leads to a cycle of rebirth and suffering known as samsara. Understanding the role of craving in perpetuating suffering is a crucial step in the path to liberation. The third noble truth offers hope by stating that the cessation of suffering is possible. This cessation, known as nirvana, is achieved by extinguishing the fires of craving, aversion, and ignorance. Nirvana represents the ultimate goal of the Buddhist path, a state of perfect peace and freedom from suffering. The fourth noble truth outlines the path to achieving this cessation of suffering, known as the Eightfold Path. This path is a practical guide for ethical living, mental cultivation, and the development of wisdom. The Eightfold Path is divided into three main categories: ethical conduct, sila, mental discipline, samadhi, and wisdom, panna. Ethical conduct includes right speech, right action, and right livelihood. Right speech involves speaking truthfully, avoiding harmful language, and engaging in positive communication. Right action emphasizes abstaining from harmful behaviors, such as killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. Right livelihood encourages individuals to earn a living in a way that does not harm others and is in alignment with ethical principles. Mental discipline encompasses right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Right effort involves cultivating wholesome mental states and preventing unwholesome ones. Right mindfulness is the practice of maintaining awareness of the present moment and observing thoughts, emotions, and sensations without attachment. Right concentration refers to developing deep states of meditative absorption, which stabilize the mind and prepare it for insight. Wisdom includes right understanding and right intention. Right understanding involves comprehending the nature of reality, the Four Noble Truths, and the principle of dependent origination. Right intention is the cultivation of thoughts and motivations that are aligned with the path to liberation, such as renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness. Taking refuge in the Dharma means committing to the study, practice, and internalization of these teachings. It involves a continuous process of learning and applying the principles of the Dharma in everyday life. This commitment provides a sense of direction and purpose, helping practitioners navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity and equanimity. The practical applications of the Dharma are vast and varied, touching every aspect of life. For instance, the practice of mindfulness can be integrated into daily activities, such as eating, walking, and working, fostering a sense of presence and reducing stress. Ethical principles can guide decisions and actions, promoting harmonious relationships and a sense of integrity. The cultivation of wisdom encourages a deeper understanding of oneself and the world, leading to more compassionate and informed responses to challenges. Stories of individuals who have transformed their lives through the Dharma illustrate the profound impact of these teachings. For example, the story of Milarepa, a Tibetan yogi who began his life as a vengeful sorcerer, but underwent a profound spiritual transformation through the practice of the Dharma, highlights the potential for redemption and enlightenment. His journey from darkness to light serves as an inspiration for all who seek refuge in the Dharma. The importance of continuous learning and practice in Buddhism cannot be overstated. The Dharma is a living tradition that evolves with the experiences and insights of practitioners. By engaging in regular study, meditation, and reflection, individuals deepen their understanding and application of the teachings. This ongoing commitment to the Dharma fosters personal growth and contributes to the collective wisdom of the Buddhist community. The Sangha, the third jewel in which Buddhists seek refuge, plays a crucial role in supporting and sustaining the practice of the Dharma. The Sangha consists of both monastic and lay practitioners who dedicate themselves to the Buddhist path. Historically, the Sangha has been instrumental in preserving and transmitting the teachings of the Buddha, ensuring their continuity and accessibility for future generations. The monastic Sangha, comprising monks and nuns, follows a disciplined life of renunciation, meditation, and study. These practitioners serve as living examples of the teachings and provide guidance and inspiration for the lay community. By observing the precepts and engaging in rigorous practice, the monastic Sangha embodies the principles of the Dharma and offers a source of wisdom and support for others. The lay Sangha, which includes all non-monastic practitioners, plays an equally important role in the Buddhist community. Lay practitioners integrate the teachings into their daily lives, balancing spiritual practice with family, work, and social responsibilities. The lay Sangha supports the monastic community through offerings, service, and participation in communal activities, creating a symbiotic relationship that sustains the entire Buddhist tradition. Taking refuge in the Sangha means recognizing the value of communal support and actively participating in the Buddhist community. This participation can take many forms, such as attending meditation sessions, Dharma talks and retreats, engaging in volunteer work, and forming study groups. By connecting with others who share similar aspirations and challenges, practitioners find encouragement, accountability, and a sense of belonging. Examples of thriving Buddhist communities around the world demonstrate the strength and resilience of the Sangha. From traditional monasteries in Asia to modern urban centers in the West, the Sangha adapts to diverse cultural and social contexts while maintaining the core principles of the Dharma. These communities provide safe and supportive environments for practice, learning, and mutual support. Personal stories of connection and support within the Sangha highlight the transformative power of community. For instance, many practitioners find that participating in group meditation or discussion deepens their practice and provides valuable insights that might not arise in solitary practice. The sense of shared purpose and mutual support fosters a feeling of interconnectedness and compassion, reinforcing the teachings of the Dharma. The psychological and spiritual benefits of taking refuge in the Sangha are significant. The sense of belonging and support helps to alleviate feelings of isolation and alienation, which are common in modern society. The Sangha provides a network of relationships that nurture growth, resilience, and well-being, both individually and collectively. In the face of life's challenges, the Sangha offers a refuge where individuals can find solace, guidance, and encouragement. The collective wisdom and experience of the community provide a rich resource for addressing personal difficulties and deepening one's practice. The Sangha's emphasis on ethical conduct, mindfulness, and compassion fosters a culture of kindness and mutual respect, creating an environment conducive to spiritual growth. The transformative power of seeking refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha is profound and far-reaching. On a psychological level, taking refuge provides a sense of security, purpose, and direction. It helps to alleviate anxiety and uncertainty by offering a clear path and a supportive community. Spiritually, taking refuge marks the beginning of a journey toward enlightenment, characterized by continuous learning, practice, and transformation. Case studies of personal transformation through taking refuge illustrate the profound impact of this practice. For example, individuals struggling with addiction, depression, or other forms of suffering often find new hope and strength through the teachings of the Buddha, the practices of the Dharma, and the support of the Sangha. Stories of recovery and renewal highlight the potential for healing and growth that taking refuge offers. The process of taking refuge fosters resilience and inner peace by providing a stable foundation amidst the impermanence and unpredictability of life. The teachings of the Buddha offer practical tools for coping with challenges, while the support of the Sangha provides encouragement and accountability. Together, these elements create a strong and nurturing environment for personal and spiritual development. Taking refuge is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey. As practitioners deepen their understanding and practice of the Dharma, their sense of refuge evolves and strengthens. This journey involves continuous learning, reflection, and application of the teachings, leading to greater insight, compassion, and wisdom. For new practitioners, the initial step of taking refuge can be a powerful and transformative experience. It marks a commitment to a path of inner exploration and growth, supported by the timeless wisdom of the Buddha, the practical guidance of the Dharma, and the supportive embrace of the Sangha. This initial commitment provides a strong foundation for further practice and development. Encouraging new practitioners to consider taking refuge involves highlighting the benefits and transformative potential of this practice. By sharing personal stories, offering guidance, and providing opportunities for engagement with the Buddhist community, experienced practitioners can inspire and support others on their journey. In conclusion, taking refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha is a profound and multifaceted practice that offers both spiritual and practical benefits. It involves a deep commitment to following the path of the Buddha, studying and applying the teachings of the Dharma, and seeking support and guidance from the Sangha. This practice provides a source of strength, inspiration, and resilience, helping practitioners navigate the challenges of life and contribute to the well-being of others. Through continuous learning, practice, and community engagement, individuals deepen their refuge and progress on the path toward enlightenment.